Continental Extreme. Didn't have that tire long, but I enjoyed it while I did have it. And it's led me on a search to find a good tire at a decent price that can come close, at least come close to what this tire could do. What's up, guys? Ronin back again. Well, whoa, hold on a minute, B. Sorry about that. Had an inquisitive bee. I am not, no, not going there with the bee. You're not poking me, feeling me, none of that, no. Anyway, today's video, I don't know what to say. One of my clients, only have two right now, but one of them recently lost their vehicle. And I felt bad for them because, you know, they times are hard these days. They missed a couple of payments. They started back paying on their vehicle, from what I was told. So I can only assume that they didn't catch up on the back payments, which has happened to me in the past. So I completely understand. And those were some nice tires that I picked out for them. Nice tires. This was like recent. But I like their personality. You know, since I've been doing this, I've learned a lot about tires. Good and bad. Well, most of the bad stuff has been just misleading information. You know, somebody told me one thing and I ran with it, and then turns out that's not exactly true. Or it was true, but it was exaggerated to make it more than what it was. So, tires. The Continental Extreme, one of the best tires I've ever owned. Came with the vehicle. I rode on it for a while, and once it got too low, I just slapped on a used tire. But it didn't do me justice. So I started investing in researching tires, different types of, man. It opened my eyes to a whole new understanding of tires, and I'm still learning. I'm always learning. These tires right here, dedicated summer tire, Achilles Sports 2. I love these tires, but for some freaking reason I keep catching nails and screws. Now, when I first got them, the first summer that I had them, no complaints at all. They were good in the dry, good in the wet, nice grip. I like the construction, the groove patterns, water evacuation, great. This summer, towards the end of the summer, I don't know. I start catching nails and screws. So I said, let me rotate these tires to the back, because I still could get some use out of them. I had the tires plugged up, and it still happened. I didn't understand why. As you can see, I still got a screw. What is it? Screw nail right in between the freaking shoulder blocks. That's not nice. And the same thing happened with these, the Atsus. Now this one doesn't have a nail in it, but the other tire had I think like two. I plugged one up, then it caught another one, then there was a blowout on this one, jagged rock or something in the road, and I went to turn to get onto the ramp. Blowout. So, other than that, these are some good tires. The young lady in question, the reason why I bring this up, the young lady in question is going to receive some help getting another vehicle from her family. I like the kid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to donate 2 tires to her cause. Whatever vehicle she gets, I will personally buy her 2 tires. 2 good tires. Most vehicles are either all-wheel drive. Well, most vehicles are front-wheel drive nowadays, so unless she gets a rear-wheel drive, but she seems like she's the type that buy a newer vehicle. So what do we have? Here in the Midwest, the seasons are starting to change, so I wouldn't recommend getting a summer tire, not even for a short period of time. The weather's gonna start getting colder at night. I can feel it when I get out of work at night, man. That cool air, it feels good, but just a few weeks ago, it was kind of warm, hot, a little muggy on some days. So, season change. Atsus are good. However, I had that one issue where it didn't help me on the ice. After rolling around in all that snow, I don't know exactly what happened. All I can tell you is that it wasn't good. When I tried to stop on that ice, and I wasn't even speeding, I tried to stop on that ice, car kept going. And fortunately, as I said, ABS kicked in, slowed it down to a stop, and I avoided a catastrophe. Then, of course, there's the Falcons. Haven't put these on yet, but I've heard good things about the company in all. I've heard of the Falcon name before, but it was always related to like race cars. But I like the tread design on them. Nice tread pattern. These look like they can handle the snow. I hope I'm not wrong. We'll find out in a few months. The tread pattern on the Continental Extremes. Hey man, I don't know what it is about this Continental Extreme, but the way it rolled, the way it gripped the road, the balance, I liked it a lot. Otsus wasn't quite the same. They were good. Otsus were definitely good, but it wasn't quite the same. And of course, like I said, there's these Falcons. Now I had the Mastercrafts on the car previously. I took them off and I put on the Kinergy from Hankook. Only had them on a couple of days. They seem to be riding pretty decent. Don't really care too much for the acceleration. I feel like I lost acceleration. I have to try it again. Like I said, I just put those on a couple of days ago, so I give it a little time. You know, let the tires break in the tires. And then this winter, I want to put these on right before the winter. I know some people buy tires when it in the winter time or the fall, so tires need to warm up, and you need to have a compound that's gonna work with the drop in temperature, and that's what I'm hoping these Falcons will do. They got a nice soft, not too soft, but a nice soft sidewall, so that should have some flexibility as the temperatures drop. Now, I do have another summer tire. I wouldn't call it a dedicated summer tire, but you could definitely run it in the summertime. That would be the Nanking NS25s. So that, the Mastercrafts, and the Milestars. Milestars are good for the summer. Haven't tried them in the fall, but we'll get to that. So that's about it for today. I'm gonna go through my tire collection and, like I said, see what would work best for whatever vehicle she decides to get. And I'm gonna help her out. Sometimes I do that. I help people out at my own personal expense. Plus I like the car. She had a nice car. It was a Chevy Cruze.